This team became a championship team when they got Jamal Murray back, right? And like you just got it. You got to have
Hmm.
that other guy. And he gave us the moment. He gave us our moment that we in immediate need to, that we love to kind of grab onto.
Yeah.
He gets very emotional when he's talking about it. He missed essentially two postseasons because of his injury.
Hmm.
Uh, where do you rank as far as like the ceiling is for Jamal Murray? Because he's been incredible, but it still feels like there's some areas to grow. Right there, it feels like there's places for him to go, and he's gonna need to because now I know this is new for Denver, but now Steph Curry, Giannis Antetokounmpo, right, LeBron James, they're coming for
They're
Denver now.
coming.
Now it's like, oh,
Yeah,
okay,
they're
we have a
hungry.
new
Yeah.
mark.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
what do
Yeah.
you
They have
see
the
for
targets.
him? Yeah,
yeah.
what do you see for him like next? Because he was so good, but it still feels like there's more he can do.
So when I did the film study of Jamal Murray coming out of Kentucky, I my analysis at the time was I thought that he could be a 20-point scorer in the NBA. A very good player in the NBA. What I had no idea was this chip that he has, this switch that he has, that when the games are the most pressurized, the brightest spotlight, the highest stakes, he raises his level to, he gets to the next level. Look, in the Western Conference Finals, he averaged 32 and a half points per game. If there's not a guy named Nikola Jokic on this basketball team, he's the MVP there. And so playoff Murray is a real thing. I think for Jamal Murray, he started to rise to a little bit of stardom in the bubble. He was going back and forth with Donovan Mitchell with the 50-point games, and then the Nuggets came back from the 2-3-1 deficits to beat those two teams before ultimately falling to the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. But Jamal Murray, for what he put on the court, and then obviously he had Breonna Taylor on his shoes, and was very emotional during a very important time in this country, to be honest with you. And then the following season he got hurt, and the Nuggets didn't do anything. They didn't have him. They didn't have MPJ. They were the sixth seed last year, playing against the Golden State Warriors. They got swept by the Phoenix Suns the season before in the playoffs, and he kind of became a little bit of an afterthought again. Like, who is this guy again? Oh yeah, Jamal Murray. Oh yeah, I remember him from the bubble. Like, he had a couple good games in the bubble, but like, he's all right.
It
And
felt
Right.
like a fluke.
you
Yeah.
get into these playoffs, and then right, and but now he had a chance to remind everybody just exactly who he was, and he did that. And so I think for Jamal Murray, this was huge. And I think what he does subsequently to now is going to be even bigger because he's got all stars ahead of him, I believe. And there's a lot more accolades in his future. And one thing he did speak about on the podium yesterday was the first game of this season, which was his first game in like 19 months against the Utah Jazz. He rolled out there and he didn't play great at all. He was tentative and all the things. He just wasn't himself. To get from that space to where he was by the end of the finals is night and day. And what this offseason is going to allow him to do is rest, get his knee back right, and then really hit next season running. He wasn't able to hit this season running. It was his first season back after ACL surgery. So he'll be able to hit next season running. I think that's going to be a big deal for him. So he'll be able to build on the foundation that he established this year. And I think for him, that's going to equal a lot of just high level basketball that will be universally accepted and viewed here in the future.